Hi, this is Randy Rosetta with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune with an LSU basketball vlog. Amazing win by LSU today as they come to Bud Walton Arena, go toe-to-toe with the number 18 team in the country without Jordan Mickey. He was here but did not play, still recovering from a shoulder injury. Tigers find a way to win 81-78. Keith Hornsby hit a three-pointer from the corner as time expired to finish off, honestly, one of the best games I've ever covered as a sports writer. I may have seen some better games at a higher level, the Final Four and stuff like that, but not many regular season games came laced with as much intensity and back and forth and teams overcoming mistakes, everything you would want in a competitive basketball game. LSU saved maybe its most dramatic and biggest win of the season for the very last game of the regular season. This one, it very much similar to West Virginia, Ole Miss, some of the other huge road wins that LSU's had where they didn't do everything right, but they found a way to persevere. They played good teams, did things that they do well, and just found a way to win. A lot of people are going to talk about the losses to the lower tier teams in the SEC, and I get that. Those are bad losses. I think this one today is another one along with West Virginia and Ole Miss, and even I think you can throw Florida in there. I think those trump the bad losses when you add it all up. This for LSU, this was coming in and beating the team that was number 16 in the RPI. That's the second highest RPI team that LSU's faced all season, only to Kentucky. And LSU found a way to win without one of the best shot blockers and one of the most dynamic players in the SEC when he's healthy. I don't know that Jordan Mickey's been healthy for a while, but obviously he wasn't good enough to go today. And that was the other thing. The game-winning shot is going to steal a lot of the headlines. But to me, the theme of the day is how LSU and Johnny Jones and his coaches found a way for different guys to step in and do things in place of Jordan Mickey. Darcy Malone started. He played tough. He didn't do great things offensively. He got a couple of rebounds, and he was stout on defense, didn't give in. Brian Bridgewater comes in and gives them several good minutes. Aaron Epps comes in, scores 5 straight points in a first-half run. And then when Johnny Jones went to a smaller lineup, Josh Gray came in and played maybe his best game of the year under the circumstances. 10 points, 6 assists. He's the guy who fed Hornsby for the game winner. Played defense, played in this up-tempo that really fit him. Those 4 guys all kind of filled that void. And then Jarrell Martin took center stage, scored 27 points, grabbed 8 rebounds, and came up with a huge block to set up the game-winning three-pointer. And then, of course, Jalen Patterson did what Jalen Patterson has done almost every game this season. I think it was important that he came back. He had 20 points, hit 6 three-pointers. That comes on the heels of him not scoring a point against Tennessee, and you could tell that bothered him. It bothered him to the point where it motivated him today because he came out and was a difference maker. But there was a lot of those for the Tigers today. The guys I mentioned, Jarrell Martin and Jalen Patterson, were the biggest ones, and then, of course, Keith Hornsby hitting the game winner. He'd actually missed his first 3 threes of the game and talked a lot after the game about how missing the shot against Kentucky, missing a shot to tie against A&M. Those shots were ones that he had thought about, and this time he got a chance and he came through. And because he did, LSU gets a huge 81-78 victory. Tigers will go into the SEC tournament with a 22-9 record. They're going to be either seeded 4th or 6th, depending on the last game of the SEC regular season tonight in Oxford. Will this get the Tigers on the roll they want to be on at this time of year? I don't know. But I think that questions about them being in the NCAA tournament and being worthy of that can kind of fade to the background because this was another big win against, I think, the second or third best team they've faced all season. This is Randy Rosetta with NOLA.com and the Times-Picayune.